guys, and welcome back to our FIFA 20 Sunderland Road to Glory career mode. Now, in this episode, we're going to have a very, very busy transfer window. I left it a few days after the last episode where we did finish the last season, the previous season, where we went through all of our players, all of our stats, statistics, and all that nonsense. And I also shown you how much we have in the bank, which is a whopping 105 million. So, of course, I did ask you guys to leave in the comments of the last video who you think we should buy, who do you think we should sell, etc, etc, etc. Now, usually what I do in these kind of videos is, of course, I simulate through the pre-season tournament, and I also buy and sell the players that you guys want me to. Now, usually you guys favour leaving players that you want me to buy. That's usually the case. That's usually what you expect. But 95% of you are leaving quite a lot of the sort of similar things in terms of selling players, and instead of just buying amazing players and massively improving our team, a lot of you guys seem to focus on just adding competition for backup for the players we already have. So you guys seem to have a lot of confidence in the players that we do already have. But the reason it's going to be busy is because you guys have suggested to sell quite a heavy amount of players, and then it's almost up to me to go through our short list of players that you guys have already suggested throughout the last couple of seasons and just try and fill in the gaps that way. So that is the way this episode is going to work. We've got quite a lot of money, I've got my targets written down, and I've also put quite a few players on the transfer list that you guys have suggested. So in terms of who is on the transfer list, we do have, first and foremost, we have Pike, who has been great for us. He's been fantastic, but you guys said, you know, he's aging now. He isn't going to get too much of a look in, and his worth is only going to drop in value, which is 100%, I understand that. So he is on the transfer list, and he could bring in around £8 million. Jordan Willis as well. So another centre-back who has served as well, but again, he is quite lowly rated, and we really want to improve the squad, so we have put him on the transfer list as well. So Pike and Willis would be going, leaving us with just two centre-backs, which of course means we need to fill that gap, fill that hole, and bring in two centre-backs as well. Also on the transfer list, we have Luke 09, the man I love in real life. But let's be honest, he hasn't really got a look in since Hoover is absolutely dominating that right-hand side. He has potential to be special. He's only 21 years of age. He's way higher rated than Luke 09. So to get a backup or someone who we can improve on and give Luke 09, or sorry, give Hoover some competition, that is ideal. Now in the centre of midfield, we do have 5 centre midfielders in a way. So we have the CDM, which is Skip, of course, we just brought in, very highly rated. We have Mumba, we have Maya, we have Dobson, and we have Brownhill. Now, I don't want to touch Maya, of course, he's our best central midfielder, he's fantastic. I don't want to touch Mumba, he's only 21, he's only going to improve. We have Skip, again, quite a young player, he's only going to improve. But Dobson and Brownhill are 2 central midfielders that would suggest quite a lot to sell, probably more so Dobson. But, you know, I do like both of them. But if we are going to really go for it in this transfer window and we want to go for the Premier League, then yes, we may as well sell the Deadwood because we don't use them that much, even though I do really like the pair of them. If we sold them both, we'd make a decent amount of money, 9.5 for Dobson, 12 million for Brownhill, but that is a question mark, that one really. One of them is going to go, definitely. But if I was to keep one of them, I'd probably keep Brownhill, even though he's a bit older. I just prefer his stats in comparison to Dobson, and I do prefer playing with Brownhill. So we'll have to see how that goes. It just all depends how everything goes. We have Powell as well, who is on the transfer list who was great in the season we did come up from the Championship. But other than that, he has dropped off a bit. He's getting older. We may as well get some money in and cash in for him. And also on the list, we have Lyndon Gooch. So that's quite a lot of players already. Quite a lot of players. Lyndon Gooch is on the transfer list. He's been great for us. But for the last season or two, he hasn't really got a look in with Paulinho coming in. So we're going to find some backup in that sense. Also, one more player, and that is Callum Robinson, now 28 years of age. He didn't quite hit the ground running the way we wanted him to. Of course, we have Hanlon as well, which we are going to keep because, you know, he's just a beast. He's an absolute beast. Every time he comes on, he seems to score. But of course, Troy Parrott is staying, so we need at least one striker to bring into the club as well. And that is an area that I've really, really struggled to think of who to go for. There has been plenty of suggestions by you guys, but there has seemed to be a little bit of a glitch. There's a couple of players I would like to go for, but it keeps saying that they've only just moved to their club when they haven't. For example, there is Arp, who I'm really interested in, but it says that he's only just moved to Watford when he has been there a good couple of seasons now. So I think the game has glitched in that sense. Hopefully, maybe throughout the transfer window that'll change. But as of right now, I'm really struggling for who to go for. There was also a suggestion to look for the regen for Ronaldo. And I do believe I have found him, but he has only just moved to Inter Milan. I think I found him anyway. I think it is him. I think this is the one. I'm not really too clued up with regens, but he does have potential to be special. He is Portuguese, and he is a striker. So if we have a look, I will show you. It is this man here, João Diogo Silva Boro. 17 years of age. The cross is there because I did try and get a loan for him, but it doesn't look like that's going to go over the line. He didn't want to come on loan to us. But I'm going to keep my eye on him because it looks like it is Ronaldo's regen. He can play as a striker and play on the left as well. And he has potential to be special. So, with all that said and done, you know who's on the transfer list. But now we're going to go for the exciting part and try and get some players. Usually, I do like to skip the pre-season tournament, get the transfer window done, and then play the first game of the season. But depending how long this is going to take, we might not even get to the first game of the season. But it's all about transfers in this episode. I want to try and nail it and get the best possible sort of squad and possible strength and depth before heading into this Premier League season. So the first centre-back we're going to go for is Retsos from Huddersfield Town, 81 rated. He does have a player face as well. He can play as centre-back, a right-back and a left-back, so I love that versatility, but he will be primarily centre-back. So if the likes of Willis and Pinnock do go, we have cover there. He's quite highly rated as well, and he's relatively cheap, 18.5 million, and it says we could get him for around 19.9 to 25 as well. I'll try and get him as cheap as humanly possible because I want to keep the budget or the money's going out. I want to keep it as down as possible. I'm going to try and get quite a few bargains in this episode. Okay, they've accepted 19.4 million, which is absolutely perfect. We're already slightly under budget, which is great. But now to negotiate his contract, which is going to be difficult as well because there's probably going to be a few players that want the crucial squad role because they're all fairly similar rated to players we've already got. But I just love that competition in there, so we don't need to worry when we have to use a second string squad because we have players that are more than capable of filling in, and that seems to be the object or the objective that you guys have gone for in the comments. Okay, he wants an important squad role, that's fine. He wants 4 years, that's perfectly fine as well. I don't want to give him a release clause, so we'll disregard that. He's currently on 34k. Now, this is where things get difficult because I don't know how long he's been there. I don't know how long he's been on that wage for. So I'll offer around 37k. Please accept it. Please accept it. 43. Okay, thank God. At least he didn't walk out. I'll remove the bonus, submit the offer. Will you accept it? You might want to up it a little bit more. He has done to 44.5. And that is done. The first transfer in this transfer window, in the summer transfer window before the season in which we really want to go for the Premier League. We have managed to sign Retsos, a decent player, centre-back, right-back or left-back he can play. Only 24 as well, so he's not too old. He seems to be in his prime, 81 rated, I really like that, and he will fit in nicely to the squad. Now swiftly moving on to the right-back position, because of course we do have O'Nien on the transfer list. I'm looking at Jan Valery. It's another 24-year-old who primarily is a right wing-back, but of course can play right-back as well. 78 rated, so just one rating below Hoover, who is our first choice. He does have a play face as well, which is always a really good thing as well. He has pace to burn, 85 acceleration, 82 sprint speed, and he has pretty decent all-round stats with his stamina 83, which is great. His tackling is okay-ish, but his ball control, his crossing, his dribbling is all really decent as well because, like I say, he is primarily a right wing-back. So I really like the look of him. We're going to go in for him. Hopefully, I'll be able to get him for around 10, 11 million. I'm hoping anyway because that would really help us out in the long run in this transfer window. 10.4 million they've accepted. So everything is going really, really smooth right now. I say this every transfer window. The beginning of the transfer window seems to go really smoothly and then something will happen and shit will hit the fan. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So let's negotiate Valerie's contract. Okay, he's happy with a rotation squad role, which is great. That's really, really what we wanted. 5 years. Will it take a 5-year deal or will he want a shorter one? 3 years. That's fine. I'll just give him 3 years. We'll up it to 4. Because I know that he will accept that. They usually do accept it if you just go one higher. He has done. We don't want a release clause, which is great. I'll accept that. We'll offer 40k a week. Is he happy with that? He wants 34k a week. I'll take that. We'll remove that bonus where he'll more than likely just up the wage a little bit. We'll see what he says. 36.5. That is absolutely fine. Done and dusted. We have now got Valerie over the line. We're getting a really, really good competitive squad on the go here. And there he is, Jan Valery, the right wing back or right back as well. Got that pace. He's a very similar player to Hoover actually, which is what I like, so we can literally just chop and change as and when needed. That's what this transfer window was all about. Strength in depth and great competition all across the squad. But now for cover for Lyndon Gooch, and as you can see, we're looking at Ademola Lookman, who has been suggested quite a bit. He could play on the right or the left, but you might be thinking, Joel, he's considerably higher rated. It was a good couple of ratings above above Paulinho, and I'm supposed to be looking for cover. But if you look, he does have a release clause of 20.9 million. If you look at his stats as well, 91 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, 92 agility, 88 balance, and he just looks like almost, again, very similar to Paulinho, who is also rapid. So again, it's chopping and changing. We'll be able to do that brilliantly, and for 20.9 million, I'll, bite your arm off for it. Do you know what I mean? 83 rated, Ademola Lookman. Okay, so that is accepted. We've sorted out the release clause, and now we will negotiate his contract. This is all me expecting and hoping that all these other players do go out the window as well, so they do leave and leave the club. So hopefully that is the case, and it does run as smoothly as that, and we do get offers in for these players. We'll give him an important squad role. He probably want a crucial, because he will be the highest rated winger at the club. That's fine, I'll accept that. Give him a 5-year contract. He might want a little bit less. No, he doesn't. He's happy with a 5-year deal. We'll disregard a release clause. He wants 60k a week, which is fine. Remove the bonus, submit that. Does he want a little bit more? No, he doesn't. He's quite happy with that. That is great. Now, our third player is in, and it is Ademola Lookman, 25-year-old. So he has that bit of experience abroad as well, and there he is. He's an absolute pace whore, and that is what I absolutely love on the wings. And again, he can play on the right or the left, so we can be really, really versatile when it comes to our attacking lineup. And now in the centre of midfield, we have another release clause. We have Douglas Luiz. He is currently rated 83. He's worth 27 million, and his release clause is 28.6. And it does say we would have to pay anywhere between 32.4 and 47.1. So going for that release clause is absolutely awesome. And a really good suggestion from you guys as well, because his stats are absolutely phenomenal in terms of his reactions. 98, his stamina is 82, which is great. He's very aggressive, 83 as well. And he can just do a little bit of everything. His long shots are 88, and his tackling ability, 87 stand tackle, 81 short pass, long pass 83. He's a very, very well-rounded player. So to get him for 28.6 million, again, I'll bite your hand off. He wants a crucial squad role, which is fine. He does have a very high wage as well, which is a little bit annoying, but I suppose that's expected when you're buying players like this. I'll give him a 4-year deal. Is he happy with that? He is. He wants a 4-year deal as well. Of course, he does have a player face, which is something I really do like as well. He only wants 73k, which is fine. Remove that bonus. Is he going to up it, or is he just going to accept it? 75k. I'll do that, and that is another body through the door. And there he is, signing number 4. Douglas Luiz, 25 years of age. He's got that experience. He's got that player face as well, and he's an absolute unit in the centre of midfield. Him alongside Maya in midfield, I think, would just be absolutely class this season, and we could absolutely destroy teams through the centre, which is something we don't do too much. A lot of our players down the wings, which is fine. It has been working for us, but it'd be good to have that threat down the centre as well. So there he is, signing number 4, Douglas Luiz. So now we will start to move on and move the days through. We'll simulate through this pre-season tournament, see if we get some offers in for some of the players we have put up for sale, which is great, or hopefully that happens. It would be great, should I say. But we do immediately get an offer for Jordan Willis, which is a really good start from Lorient, FC Lorient, 4.85 million, which is actually really good. It's more than what we could have really asked for, really. So I'm going to accept that straight away for Jordan Willis. He's been a great servant to the club. He's been fantastic throughout this career mode, but it is time to really go for it and improve this season. And now we are going to be simulating the first game of the pre-season tournament against Monaco. We do have a really, really strong looking lineup there. I will change squad numbers and stuff like that before the beginning of the season, but for now we are just simulating games. Can we get the win, please? And we draw 2-2. Parrott getting himself a double. He's starting off as he finished last season. And as I've said many a time before, I'm really not too bothered about the pre-season tournament. It really is just a case of getting us that little bit extra money, which is nice. We do have an offer for Powell and Brownhill as well. So for Powell, it's from SC Braga, 7.6 million. We'll see if we could possibly get any more, up to 8 million. I'll just accept the 7.6, I think. I'll accept that. I think that's fair. And Inter Milan in for Brownhill. That would be a great little move for him. They've offered 13 million, but it does say we can get up to 22 million for him, so I will negotiate that. Okay, so they've settled for 18 million for Brownhill, which I think is really good. He really wasn't having the 22 million offer, so we'll do that. So Willis, Brownhill and Powell look like they're all leaving the club. Hopefully it all goes through, because that would really, really help. But there is confirmation that Willis has been sold. 4.85 million and 3.5 million will be allocated to the transfer budget. Now, we do have 2 offers for Ethan Pinnock. We have Toulouse, who have offered 10.2, and we have Atlanta, who have offered 8.7. So we'll have a look how much we could potentially get for him before agreeing any of these deals. Okay, it says up to 10.8 million anyway. They've offered 10.2 Toulouse, so I'm just going to accept it. I'll just accept that one. That is absolutely fine. Oh shit, I just accidentally accepted the 8.7 million offer, but I've accepted the Toulouse for 10.2 as well. So hopefully he goes for that one. Oh, that's a rookie error, that, Joel. A rookie error. But now we do have a transfer offer from Spain for my beloved Luke 09. They've offered 4.2 million. He does have a release clause of 12.6, which I don't think anyone's going to go for. But I'll accept that 4.2 million. We just need to get them off the books, get some more money flowing into the club, and then hopefully we can really push on in this transfer window. But for now, we are going to simulate this game against Ajax, a real test for us. We do have such a strong looking lineup right now, but can we get the win away from home? We do. We win 1-0, and Troy Barrett gets another goal to his name. He just doesn't stop, that lad. He doesn't stop. It was also suggested to put Castro and Blanco, the two youth team players that have come through, put them on the loan list, but I'm scared of doing that because last time I put players on the loan list, i.e. Ethan Robson and Samut, the game glitched and wouldn't allow me to take them off the loan list. So when we went to sell players, it basically wouldn't allow us to sell them, and we couldn't get offers in. So we had to wait for their contracts to run out, essentially. So I'm scared to do that with any players at the minute. So I'm just going to keep them in the background and keep improving them and just see how we go with them from there. But we do have an offer for Lyndon Gooch, 7.2 million from Fulham, which I do think is actually a really good move for him, to be honest. 7.2 million, and we could get to 7.4. I will just accept it. I could probably negotiate quite a bit on these deals, but to be honest, I just want to get it over and done with and get them out of the club. Just 10 days in, and we're already getting all these offers in, so everything really is going really, really smooth. And Pinnock has agreed terms with Atlanta, who made the lesser of the offers, but we'll have to deal with that. So just 6.5 million is going to be allocated to the transfer budget. Powell has gone as well, so that's another 5.5 allocated. And Brownhill has gone, that's another 14 million. So we're really, really making moves here. But now we are going to be simulating this next game against Real Betis in the pre-season tournament. Again, what a strong lineup we do have now. Please get the win. Please get the win. 2-0. Brilliant. Marin and Barco getting themselves a goal each. But now we are going to go for another centre-back, and it is the man who we were going to go for in the previous transfer window, and it's Thilo Kehrer as well. From AC at Milan, he can play centre-back, right-back. He's a brilliant, brilliant centre-back. He's quite well known as well. He's 26 years of age. He has that sort of Champions League experience. He has that Champions experience. He's been at PSG. Now he's obviously at Milan as well. And we have enough money in the bank now to go for him. So that'd be absolutely brilliant. The four centre-backs we'd then have, or we'd have Twanzebe, we'd have Diop, we'd have Retsos and Kehrer as well. So we'd have four absolutely class centre-backs at the club. Now, they've said that they're going to have to take some time to think about it. We did offer 37 million. He is worth 30, but that usually means they're going to come back with an absolutely ridiculous offer. So for the time being, we'll leave it for the time being and just see what happens with the rest of the players that we do have up for sale. And there is confirmation that my baby boy Luke O'Nien has been sold, and 3 million will be allocated to the transfer budget. And yeah, there is the reviewed offer for Thilo Kehrer. 48 million they want, which I think I'm just going to leave. We also have an offer for Barco, 32.5 million, which I'm not even going to entertain. So Kehrer, it looks like it's going to be off, because there's no way I'm paying that amount for him. Depending on how things go, I might just go for another centre-back. And there's confirmation down below, as you can just see, that Lyndon Gooch is also now being sold, and 5.5 million is going to be allocated to our transfer budget. Okay, I think it's time to just bite the bullet, go back into negotiations with AC Milan, and just going for Kehrer. I just think that he would be such a statement signing and would have such an amazing back four, or sort of four centre-backs to choose from. We already have a really, really solid back line. I'll see what I can do. I'll offer 39 million. See if we can get it down. It's accepted at 39 million. Okay, that is still not exactly what I wanted. I offered 37 last time, but only 2 million improvement on that, and they've accepted it. So he will have a massive wage. He'll have a massive contract, but we'll see what we can do. He has a player face as well, guys. He has a player face. He wants a 4-year deal. He's also on a crucial squad role. That's fine. Disregard the release clause, and he wants us to decide what we're offering. This is what I hate. I prefer it when they're just abrupt about it. He's on 53k at the minute. I'll offer 56. I always just offer that little bit more to see if they just bite on it. See what he says. He wants 55, so that's absolutely brilliant. That's perfect. Remove that. Submit. Will he accept it, or will he up it a little bit? He's upped it to 60k. That is absolutely fine, mate. And we have signed an absolute beast at the back. And there he is, signing number 5, Thilo Kehrer, centre-back, right-back as well. 26 years of age, 84 rated. So what a back line we're going to have this season. And I'm really, really happy with those signings so far. So we have Kehrer, we have Douglas Luiz, we have Adamola Luckman, we also have Jan Valery, 78 rated as well. Retsos, 81 rated centre-back as well. So I'm really, really happy with that. And as you can see, every single one of these players have a player face as well, which is just a little a thing I really like. I mean, just look at that side now. Look at that side with Rose, Wagnerman, Diop, Kehrer and Hoover across the back. That's such a good back line. Myatt and Douglas Louise in the middle. Luckman on the right, Barker on the left. Marin is the cam, Parrott up top. I think that is such a good side, and we've got such good reinforcements as well, with Woodburn who can play as a cam as well. Paulinho on the right, Mumba, Skip, Valerie, Retsos. You've got the youngsters here in the reserves. Dobbo's probably going to go anyway. You've got Robertson who's going to go. So we do need reinforcements, to be fair, but we do have a player in to back up each position right now. So if you look, we have two really decent sides there. Two really decent sides. Our first and second string squad are absolutely fantastic. Loving it. Loving it, guys. But we will actually let the second string squad take on Leverkusen, so we're probably going to lose this game, or maybe lose this game, but I need some game time for the other players as well. I don't want them to get happy. And we lose 3-0, of course we do. Havertz gets the goal for them, and McCleary as well. Havertz is a class player. We wouldn't even nearly have enough money to get him, I don't think. So now all we're really waiting on is Dobson to get an offer in. For Dobson, if we do get one, we need one soon. Oh, we have one, thank God. Dobson, 12.5 million, that's a really good offer, because then we can at least go for a striker to back up Parrott. We do have a really bare squad at the minute, and we do have offers for plenty of different players for so much money as well, or potentially a lot of money anyway. But it does say we can only really get up to 12.6 million for Dobson, 12.5 from Brighton. I will accept that. That is fine. We have 4 central midfielders now, 4 really, really capable central midfielders. So hopefully that goes through, and then we'll try and bring in a striker. I'm just not entirely sure who as of yet. And we do have an offer now for Callum Robinson, 10.5 million. I completely forgot that he hadn't got an offer in yet, to be honest with you. But yeah, Callum Robinson, 10.5 million. We can get up to 14 million, so I'll try and negotiate that and get a little bit more. Okay, they've settled on 12.5 for Callum Robinson, which isn't bad whatsoever. So hopefully these two deals, Dobson and Robinson, go through. And like I say, our squad is going to look so bare after this transfer window, but we're going to have players in that are absolutely class. And that is confirmation that Dobson has been sold, and 9.5 million has been allocated to our transfer budget. We've had offers for Woodburn, Marin, Diop, loads of different players, but of course we're going to reject them all. Now we do have a scout report on the regen of what I believe is Cristiano Ronaldo, and here he is. Acceleration 99, sprint speed 96, agility 99. That is absolutely ridiculous. Ball control, 81. Dribbling, 82. His finishing and everything isn't great, but I just wish we could get him. He has potential to be special. I wish we could get him right now, but it's just not looking likely. Unless I try and go for a loan offer again, and then we'll just buy him next season. I don't know. So I have put in another loan offer for Silver Barrow, but I don't know whether he's going to accept it. He rejected it last time, so I'm not too sure whether it'll change this time. But now I am going to go into contract negotiations with Timothy Weah. Now, this is a player that I haven't used before, never used him, but his pace is ridiculous. I've had to go for his release clause. He wants a rotation squad role, which is fine. We'll see how much he wants. 5-year deal, that's perfect. He seems to be really laying down the law here. 53.3, we don't want a release clause whatsoever. He wants 49.5, that is fine, we'll accept that. Now Timothy Weah is over the line, which I believe is perfect backup and competition for Troy Parrott, and there he is. That is signing number 6. Timothy Weah. He can play on the left hand side, which is really useful, and mainly as a striker as well. 81 rated, so he's a good 2 or 3 ratings below Troy Parrott right now, but it really pushes him for competition. So that, for me, it looks as though the transfer window is pretty much done. And of course, we're going to wait on to see if Silver Barrow will come to us on loan, but I highly doubt that. So there it is, guys. Here is our new squad, prepped and raring to go for the Premier League title. I'm really happy with this squad. I'm really happy with your guys' suggestions, and of course, our backup, should I say, substitutes and reserves, they look really lacking in terms of numbers, but we do have a player to cover every single position right now. And what I'll more than likely do is send out a scout at some point, so we keep on infiltrating little bits of youth players to cover as well, like I have done with the likes of Lopez and Castro and Blanco, players like that, just to fill up the gaps if needs be for injuries and stuff like that. And it's always good to have youth players coming through the system. But this is where I am going to end the episode, guys. I do apologise, there's no gameplay, or there's no games being played in this episode, but it has run over time massively because we've had so much to do. So we've signed Retsos, We have signed Jan Valerie. We have signed Adamola Luckman. We have signed Douglas Louise. We have signed Thilo Kera. We have also signed Timothy Weah as well. So in the next episode, we'll be going into the Community Shield against Manchester United and then getting ourselves underway in the Premier League. But do not hesitate to leave suggestions for more players for me to go for, particularly strikers maybe, or, well, anywhere really, because we've just covered strikers, haven't we, with Timothy Weah. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.